Hey guys, welcome to the second video in this Pandas Crash Course playlist, where I keep each videos around 5 to 10 minutes long. So in this second lesson, we're going to be talking about exploring data frames in Pandas. So let's get into it. Alright, in last week's previous lesson, we talked about the df.head method, the df.shape attribute, as well as loading in CSV and Excel files. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about more methods that we can use with Pandas data frames. And before we do any cleaning or filtering, we have to be able to get a good understanding of what our data looks like. So like we did in the previous lesson, we're going to import the Pandas library, and then we're also going to load in the CSV file into our program by saying df is equal to pd.readCSV, and then we pass in the name of the dataset, which is state crime stats.csv. And all this code is provided in the description below, as well as the dataset that I'll be using. So to get the first 5 rows in the dataset, we're going to say df.head. And this is going to show us the first 5 rows over all 33 columns. And if we want to specify how many rows from the top that we want to receive, then we can pass in a number. So let's say that we want to get the first 15 rows in the data frame. We can just do df.head 15, and we're going to see all the first 15 rows in this data frame. Next up is a method that I didn't talk about in the last video, and it's called .tail. Pretty similar to .head, and it basically lets us view the last 5 rows. So instead of the first, we're going to the end and retrieving it from there. So if we also wanted to get the last 5 or the last some number of rows, then we put in that number into the parentheses. So let's say we want the last 15 rows. We're going to say tail 15, run that, and we get all the values, all the rows in the end of the data frame, which in this case includes data on the Wisconsin state. All right, now we're going to talk about viewing the column names. And it's really easy to do this. We just say df.columns, and it gives us a whole iterable on all the different columns that we have in our data set. So if we were lazy and we don't want to scroll all the way up and look at all the different columns we have, then this option is really useful. It's also really useful if we forget a column name and we want to do some further cleaning on a specific column. We can just run this line of code and identify the column name that we want to clean and clean it from there. I'll be showing you more on cleaning in a future video. For now, we're just going to be working with what we have right now. If you also want to get the length of how many columns we have, we simply just do print length of the df.columns, and then we're going to get 33. Now we're going to talk about getting a data frame summary, and Pandas lets us do this really easily. All we got to do is say df.info, and once we do that, it's going to show us all the columns and all the non-null values that we have in each column, as well as the data type. So it's a nice quick snapshot of the whole data set, and it's really useful to know what the data types are for the columns because the operations that we're able to perform on the columns depend on what data type they are. So hopefully that makes sense. And let's go on to the next topic, which is getting the summary statistics. And this is pretty similar to the df.info, but for this case, we're only focusing on numerical columns. So this shows the summary stats that include the standard deviation, minimum, 25, 50%, 75%, and the maximum, as well as the count and the average. So in this case, we can see that we have quite a lot of numerical columns in this crime stats dataset. All right, now we're going to check for missing values. And this is something that's really important because oftentimes in real world datasets, you're going to get values that are just missing for whatever reason. So in Pandas, they usually appear as something that shows up as NaN. And so if we want to see where these values exist, we can do df.isNa. And this is going to return a data frame that contains booleans, and it's going to show true whether that value is missing or null, and it's going to show false if that value actually exists. So in this case, we do have a lot of values that are not missing or that are not null. So we're going to do something else, because right now it's a little bit hard to see which columns, which values are null. So we're going to say df.isNA, and then we're going to also say .sum. So this shows us the sum of all the null values, the sum of the counts of the null values in each column that we have. So in this case, we can see that we have, this column has 400 missing or null values. Okay, now that we've identified where the null values are, we're going to remove them. And that's one way we can handle the missing values, by using a method called dropNA. So if I say df.dropNA, then this data frame is going to return the data frame that does not contain the missing values anymore. So if I were to say df.dropNA and then isNA.sum, then we can see that all of these columns have no more missing values. Okay, a few more things that are really useful to know. The first one is df.nUnique, and this counts the number of unique values that we have in a column. Another important thing to know is something called .valueCounts, and this is especially useful for categorical columns. So in this data set, we have a categorical column called location, and this just shows the different directions, south, west, north, and east, and we can get the number of values that fall under these different directions. So if I run that, we can see the spread of each of these locations. And this method is really useful if we want to build a visualization called a count plot. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about for this lesson. I know I covered a lot of material, so if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And in the next lesson, we're going to talk about selecting specific rows and columns from our data set. So hopefully I see you in that one, and thank you guys for watching.